All right, good morning everyone, and welcome back to the Real TN Fishing YouTube channel. Finally, after about 4 or 5 weeks, I've got this guy, Will, back out here with me on the boat. So we're gonna do some catfishing today, but we're gonna start the morning out. We're gonna do a little bass fishing. We've got a couple bass poles, we've got some shiners here in the bucket, got some red worms. Try to catch some bluegill today, where we can fish with some fresh bait, maybe some live bait when we go catfishing. But yeah, so we're up here. We're not far from Raccoon Mountain today on the Tennessee River. We've had a lot of rain, so we'll see how it goes, and who knows, maybe we'll catch a monster. As always, thanks for tuning in, and hey, let's go fishing, y'all. That's a pretty good...
Not even a minute.
I think it's a catfish.
Really?
I think so.
You just shot your opening.
Where's the net?
Just a second, homie. I'm having trouble here.
Is it a catfish? I think this may be a catfish. I can't really see. It's a good fish. Yeah, it's a little channel cat.
Little channel cat, net. Oh no. I just realized.
Well, we don't have a net, y'all. Let's see if I can get him to me. I'm probably gonna get him in the boat.
Here's fish grippers.
Boom. Look at there, y'all.
Well, I'll be.
Said we were gonna do some catfishing today, but
didn't know
it was gonna be like that. That's actually a pretty decent channel, y'all.
Good eating size.
That is a good eating size if you eat fish, but yeah, fish. That is a channel, y'all. That is not a blue. And
nope, it's a channel.
That's what a channel really looks like. So we are going to get this hook out of him. We're gonna send him on his way. All right, y'all. Little channel for the first fish of the day. And there he goes. All right. Hopefully he didn't bend the hook too bad here, because I'm not fishing with a big hook on this pole here. It's just a little hook. So we'll rebait and get right back out there. That was off of a medium shiner, so we'll switch back over to it. We throw a little top water too and see if we have any luck.
Really?
Yeah, we were dragging, or we were moving there, y'all, and there's a fish on here. Little bass. Little guy. It sure is pretty though. We're gonna turn him loose. There he goes.
That is a giant shell cracker, dude. Put that on the channel.
Oh my goodness, y'all. That is not no small red ear by any stretch of the imagination. I
Ain't
mean,
that beautiful? That's look. I got a big hand, dude. Look at that.
oh my. He's every bit of almost a pound.
He's beautiful.
Here, I'm gonna take a picture with him. You got him?
Yeah, I got him.
That's a shell cracker, y'all. That's a red ear.
Birdie.
All right, guys. So this is what we're doing right now. You see, that's just a body piece off the bluegill. Just cut the tail off and then just cut him in half. Get the head piece and the body piece. That's a 7/0 Cat Max hook, 50-pound leader, barrel swivel, bead stop, 3-ounce no roll sinker. And then our main line there on the PC Fun Alios 400 is 20-pound Barkley big game. That's all we're doing. Like I said, we got a skipjack, but We're gonna keep using these bluegill until we can't catch them anymore.
You ready?
I do now. All right, guys. So we switched over. We're just anchored down here. I don't think this is a catfish.
Tell me that is not a bass.
This is.
That is a.
All right, y'all.
Well, we know what to catch the bass on today, don't we?
How about that, y'all?
That's the PB for today.
It's a big bass.
Yeah, ain't too bad.
On a piece of bluegill cut bait. He's pretty good.
Wowzers.
The rod tip started bouncing and I thought, well, maybe it's a pretty decent fish.
He hooked himself, looks like.
Yeah, he did. Circle hook. All right, y'all. Put this guy back in the water. There he goes.
So, there you go, Bo.
Ooh.
Good one?
Yeah. I have a GoPro on my chest. I've got it right here. All right, guys, let's see here. Maybe. Little boat bite, y'all.
No.
Looks like a flathead.
Probably is. Ain't no head shakes?
Nothing. Just laying flat. Hoping this is a flathead, y'all. I still haven't seen him.
Well, yours way out there, dude. That reel you got ain't no joke when it comes to casting. I can verify that. What we got here? Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. It's a flatty.
Well, flathead, y'all. It's a good flathead.
Ain't too bad.
We don't got a net. We got fish grips. It's still recording.
Yeah, I just turned the camera back, or the face back on.
I think we got a good hook on him. Let's see if I can.
Looky there, looky there.
Got him.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that, y'all.
That's a good. Let's get away on him.
That was a good hook set.
Yes, sir. Right in the corner of the mouth, right where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna say 10.
10.
Yep.
All right, y'all. 10-8.
10-8.
All right, y'all.
That is by far the biggest flathead that's been in my boat yet.
We're gonna take a few pictures with him and we're gonna turn him loose.
All right.
All right, y'all. A little 10-pounder. Got some real good color to him. Let's let this guy go, and there he goes, y'all. All right. Man. That's on the new rod there too, so I got a bass and a flathead. Now, just need Will to catch one.
I'm working on it, brother. I'm working on it.
So we're fishing with bluegill right now. I have a skipjack, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. Fresh beats frozen any day. So we're gonna chop another gilly up and we're gonna get right back out here, y'all. Man, I'm working as soon as that hit the water, y'all. Same piece of cut bait I caught the flat on.
Oh my goodness.
It's a little fish, y'all, but it's still a fish. Is he on there? Yeah, he's on there. It may be another flathead.
I think I might have put you right in flathead territory.
trying not to just totally horse this fish with this reel, y'all, because it is an 8:1 gear ratio, and it will bring them to you a lot faster than you want it to. And I think the thing to keep in mind is when you're fishing with catfish, depending on how deep you are,
you gotta make sure they decompress.
Yeah, you want to see them bubbles. This is a little fish, y'all. Oh, Will's getting a bite on this rod over here.
Yeah, I am at the pity. He won't move, so he won't hold it over.
Well, this may be a little blue, y'all. We're getting a little...
You got a little head shake?
Yeah. Try to keep him away from Will's line over there, y'all. Be nice to get a double up. All right, we're fixing to see what we got here. Now it's another flathead, y'all. Boy, that's a pretty one right there. All right.
Fold it over next time. He break the rod for all I care.
Look at that, y'all. Boy, he is pretty. That's a good hook set right there, too. Look at that. All right, y'all. I'm going to get this hook out of him. We're going to take a picture and we're going to send him on his way. All right, y'all. Little flathead. Make sure we get him back released safely. Boom. All right, y'all. All right, we're still waiting.
Hey, Tyler, I want to take this minute to give a shout out to my stepson, Luke Williams. He called me last night wanting to know what to fish with because he's having a hard time catching fish. I told him fresh bluegill. If he's bottom fishing, he's to anchor. What are we doing?
Fishing with fresh bluegill.
Yep.
Caught him this morning on red worm and bobber. Or well, no bobber, but we'll see if he takes this fish. So
shout out to Luke.
Shout out, Luke. All right, guys, we are gonna go ahead and call it a day. We moved spots, but just because of all the rain we've been having here, the water is just flowing like no other. On top of that, just all the rain, just how much water TVA is pumping, it's a little rough, to say the least, to try to sit out there and sit in one spot and fish. So we ended up with a couple flatheads, channel cat, a bass on a piece of cut bait, and Will caught that really nice red ear that was probably close to a pound. That's one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. So as always, y'all, thanks for tagging along. I hope y'all have a great rest of the weekend and a great upcoming week. If you haven't already, hit that like and that subscribe button for me. God bless, and hey, until next time, y'all, let's go fishing.